Hello children, I hope you all are doing well. This is Sana Maiman with another video lecture for class 8. In our last video session, we learned and understood our first chapter from your Mulberry English course book. The chapter name is The New House, which is written by John Boyne. Today, we are going to practice and understand the in-text and contextual exercises that are given in your textbook. Before proceeding with question and answer, let us recapitulate the lesson, The New House. Well, the lesson talks about the concentration camps or detention camps that were made in most of the territories of Germany during World War II. There is this main character or the protagonist of this lesson named Bruno, whose father got the transfer and got the task to look after the concentration camp named Auschwitz. The father in the lesson works under Adolf Hitler's party, that is Nazi Germany party, who controls and makes concentration camps. Now the family has to shift to Auschwitz because of father's transfer, where they have their new house, and they left their old house which was in Berlin. Bruno remains unhappy with the move and complains about the environment and surroundings of the new house because he doesn't find anyone on the streets or any fruits or vegetable shops which used to be seen at his old house. He misses his old house of Berlin, his friends and grandparents. He shares his feelings to Maria, their housemaid, whom he thinks and accepts her as one of his family members. But Maria is also helpless for the move and tells Bruno to listen to his parents and try to understand his father's job. Then Bruno encounters a soldier of his father in his house, whom Bruno finds very strange. In the end of the lesson, Bruno also tells about his sister Gretel, who is very boring and a hopeless case. He feels like crying, but then he sees a window in the corner of his room and moves towards the window to open it, and hopes to see the streets and the people back to Berlin. Well, John Boyne displays the situation of a 9-year-old boy who is helpless and upset with the move, and this boy also longs for his old house and tries to accustom with the new house. Students, now let us start discussing the in-text question. Well, the first in-text question is, which phrases does the author use to show Bruno's surprise? So the answer for this question is, the author uses the following phrases to show Bruno's surprise. Now in this particular paragraph, we see that this boy Bruno is very surprised to move to the new house, and he used these phrases like eyes wide open, mouth makes a shape of an O, arms stretched out. Why the author has uses these phrases? Because to show a very different surprise, a very different reaction from the boy's side. Question number 2. What kind of a person do you imagine Bruno's father was? Now, in the further of the chapter, we see that Bruno talks to Maria about his father's job, and he says that why is his father has to move in such a lifeless place, that is Auschwitz. Okay. And Bruno also says that he thinks that father should think twice about his job, and so he even hears the click of the door, opening of the door, and he thought that his father might be there, and he might have heard everything whatever Bruno has said. So he says from this particular paragraph, we come to know that from the last line said by Bruno, take him downstairs for a serious talking to or for scolding, it means we find that Bruno's father is a strict person, and who can't change his decision of moving to the new house, as the father has to earn for the livelihood of the family. For the next question, we see that what words would you use to describe how Bruno felt at this point in the story. Now, in the end of the story, we see that Bruno is talking to Maria, and he is complaining about his sister Gretel, that his sister is very boring and a hopeless case, and that he doesn't have anybody in that new house to play with. He even misses his friends back to Berlin. So at this point of the story, he's feeling. Let us see what kind of feelings he had. So Bruno was about to cry because he feels lonely in the new house. He misses his friends and grandparents who were there at Berlin. He saw a window in his room, and he steps towards it to open it with the hope to see the streets full of people chatting and laughing. He feels and longs for the past happiness and hopes to get those feelings in his new house. Moving on to another exercise, that is choose the correct answer. So the first question is, which of the following was true of Bruno? So the correct answer is, he missed Berlin. It means he misses his old house which was there at Berlin. Next question, which of the following events is not described in the selection? So in this particular lesson, one of the following event has not been described. So the correct answer for that question is, mother told father that she had changed her mind and they should return to Berlin by tea time the following day. So we haven't find this sort of conversation in the whole story. In fact, mother is she accepts the father's job, and she even tries to convince her son, that is Bruno. So we found that in the chapter there is no such conversation between the father and the mother of Bruno. Next question, which of the following sentences does not use a comparison? So here the very last option number 3, over in the corner of the room opposite the door there was a window in the ceiling that stretched down into the wall. This is a particular sentence which doesn't show any kind of direct or indirect comparison, while the other two sentences which are given in the first and the second point shows the comparison. Like in the first point, as tall as father, so this is the comparison of the young man with the father. Then we see in the second line, he closed his eyes and it seemed like it is the loneliest place. So we have compared that particular house, the new house, with the loneliest place. So there is this comparison which has not been given in the third sentence. Coming on to the fourth question, which of the following is a major theme in the story? So the major theme of the story is housing, because we see because of the transfer, this particular child, Bruno, and his family has to move from one house, that is the old house in Berlin, to the new house, that is the house in Auschwitz. So that's why housing is the main theme, and because of this main theme, another themes like childhood and the friendship and the loneliness are being dependent or being reflected in the story. Next we have which of the following is not true of story? So we see that the narrator is a character in the story is not true. This particular sentence number 2 or option number 2, the narrator is a character in the story. We haven't seen the narrator as a character in the story, because we very well know who are the main characters. The main characters were Bruno, his father, his mother, then his sister Gretel, and their housemaid Maria. Other than, we also have seen in the end of the chapter that there is one soldier of his father who just came to take the box. Other than these 5 to 6 characters, there is no such person or no such narrator who has been described. So the narrator is not a character in the story. This is the sentence which is true. Next, we are moving on to the reference to contextual question. The first the first 2 lines of the chapter has been given, like, I think this was a bad idea, said Bruno a few hours after they arrived, while Maria was unpacking his suitcases upstairs. So the first question for this particular lines is, How long had Bruno been at the house before he decided that the move was a bad idea? So the answer to this question is Bruno had been at the house only a few hours when he decided that it was a bad idea to have moved into this new house. It means Bruno came to know that no, this place is not suitable for him. So he only few hours has been passed in that house, and he thought that moving to this new house from the old house is definitely a bad idea. Next question, to whom did Bruno say these lines? So at this particular moment, Bruno was talking to his mother. So Bruno said this line to his mother. Next question, what did the listener say in reply? The listener or the mother who was listening to Bruno's sentences. So in reply, Bruno's mother said that the other way to try and make the best of a bad situation and accept what has come their way. Bruno's mother hadn't said anything bad about the new house. She doesn't even said that this house is not beautiful or beautiful. She just said that we have came here and it is as your father's decision, so we should accept it by time, and we should try to make out the best out of this bad situation and try to settle in here. Moving on to the other two lines of the story. What do you think of all this, Maria? He asked after a long silence, because he had always liked Maria and felt as if she was one of the family members. So the first question is, who was Maria? The answer to this question is Maria was the house help who had once with Bruno's father all the way from Berlin. Children, you can also give these answers by pausing the video, because you already know the complete story of this lesson, and it is the questions which are given here are very simple and you can easily answer this question. Well, moving on to the second question, what did Bruno want to know and why? So Bruno wanted to know that Maria felt about moving to the house, what Maria felt about moving to the new house, whether she thought it was a big mistake or not. So this was the Bruno's way of finding reassurance that he was not only the one who did not like the new house. Next, what was Maria's answer? So for these two lines, Maria did not reply anything. She did not answer directly, but she only said that it was not in her position to answer that question, and that Bruno should understand the nature of his father's job. Why Maria was saying this? Though Bruno has considered Maria as his family member, but from the part of Maria, she is an only maid for that house, so she can't speak whether to move to the new house is a good idea or a bad idea. Instead, she only replied to Bruno that Bruno should accept the nature of his father's job. Moving on to another line, that is, but then one thing caught his eye. So the question for this line is, what was Bruno looking for? So Bruno was looking around the room to see if he could find anything interesting. When Bruno was there upstairs unpacking the bags and cleaning the room with Maria, at that time he was also finding out something interesting in that room, so that he can do time pass, or that particular thing can capture his interest. Next question, whom had Bruno seen just then? At that particular moment, Bruno had seen a window in the ceiling that stretched down into the wall in the corner of the room opposite to the door. Next question, what did he hope for at this point in the story? Now, when this Bruno found out that window, he might have thought something in his mind. So what did he think for? Let us see. Bruno hoped that he might be able to see the way back to Berlin and his house and the streets around it and the tables where the people sat and told each other the hilarious or the funny stories. So these all were the things that whom Bruno was hoping for when he tried to open up the window. Now let us move to answer the brief questions. So in that, the first question is Bruno's mother happy about the move? How do you know? So the answer to the question is Bruno's mother does not appear very happy about the move, but is just taking things as they come because there is no choice. This is evident from her manner in which she responds to Bruno's remark that moving to this house was a mistake and that they should go back. So Bruno remarked this particular sentence saying that moving to this house is a mistake and they should go back. At this particular moment, Bruno's mother hasn't responded anything. She hasn't said that yeah, you are telling right or you are telling wrong. She just have convinced Bruno. She doesn't say that this is a beautiful house or such, but just says that that Bruno should make the best out of what he gets. Bruno's mother understands the nature of her husband's job and also her husband's nature enough to protest to the move. She knows about her husband's nature, that if she tries or if Bruno tries to protest or go against the father's decision, so there is no point in going against his father's decision, because that is a transfer, and as they are under a concentration camp or under this adult settlers party or job, they can't take the decision on their own. So this particular mother understands the nature of a father's job or Bruno's father's job very well. The next question: what made Bruno think that Maria did not have her priorities right? So the answer to this question is when Bruno walks into the room, when Bruno's mother asks Bruno to go upstairs and help Maria. At that particular moment, when he went upstairs and walks into the room, he finds all his clothes scattered on the bed and boxes of toys and books not even unpacked yet. This makes Bruno think that Maria did not have her priorities right. It means whatever she is doing, the job of packing or unpacking, this is not a right thing from Bruno's point of view. Well, next question: why do you think Bruno felt he was about to cry even though he was with his family? So Bruno felt he was about to cry even though when he was with his family, because he misses his old house in Berlin that they had left behind. He missed all the good things and friends and memories that he had collected there. Nothing seemed to be friendly or warm in the new house, which appeared desolated and cold and lonely. In fact, he felt that he would not even have friend in this new house. So these were the hopeless things that Bruno has in the new house, and he is so missing his old house where he had friends, where he had many things to do. Next question: describe in detail the things Bruno missed about his old house. So Bruno missed a lot of things from his old house, like he missed the sight and smell of the market. He missed the people he saw when he went into the main square. He also missed the banister that he would slide on. He missed his friends and all those mysterious things that he would find in a large old house. And there were many interesting things to do in that old house. So these are the things that Bruno misses when he moved to the new house. So children, here we are ending our question and answer discussion session, and I hope you have got a well insight of this particular chapter by listening to this question and answer, and I hope you will try to solve or try to reread it again and again, or re-listen this particular video again. In the next slide, I have given you the homework to write about your favorite things about your home and the area in which you live, and you also have to write a paragraph comparing Bruno's old house with his new house. So this is the very easiest question. You might find this answer in the first and the second page of your lesson. Then next you have to write about World War II. We have, in the beginning of the chapter, we have talk about World War, so you need to write small details about what has happened, or among which countries the World War has been fought, and what were the things that has been destroyed, and how many people have been died in this World War. Read and research more about the World War II and write it in your notebook as your homework part. I hope you all are doing well, and you are gonna do this exercises and the homeworks at your home listening to your teacher. So take care of yourself. Bye everyone.